Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese. Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese.
Hello and welcome once again to Chinese Pod, coming to you from Shanghai, China. We have an elementary lesson today in spoken Chinese, and we're going to do something slightly different today to make it as practical as possible. Now, in your visits to China, you will probably, in the early months, or even maybe for as long as a year, you may feel the old culture shock. It happens to all of us, and believes me, it happens to Chinese people when they go to Western countries. So sometimes it's useful to be able to just vent a little bit in those situations. And so today we're going to give you some expressions that will help you relieve some of that anger and frustration during your periods of culture shock. Now, my name is Kai En, and beside me is the very culturally aware
大家好, yes.
Hi, Jenny. Now, I heard on the street today a guy telling another guy that he was out of his mind, and I think that is probably a useful expression. Now, there are many situations you might get into where you might just say that. But let's say you think somebody's doing something outrageous, you want to tell him he's out of his mind. How would you say that?
There are many ways of saying
Okay.
it. So let's begin with the most common, which is 神经病.
神经病.
Yes.
Okay. Now, could we have the tones in it before we look at the meaning?
Okay. 神, second tone. 经, first tone. And 病, fourth tone.
Oh,
神经病.
Ah. Now, basically, 神经 means nerves, doesn't it?
Yes.
As in the nervous system. The nerves. Bing means kind of illness. Ah. So you can put that together. It means there's something wrong with you. You're out
mental.
Of your mind.
Yes.
You're mental. So, could you just say to someone, 你神经病?
Oh, most definitely.
Okay, so that's
I hear it all the time.
Okay, so that's the first expression if you want to tell somebody he's out of his mind. So one more time, Jenny, how would you say that to him?
神经病.
Okay, 神经病. So that's your first expression today. Now, as you said, there are lots of others that could be used in similar kind of circumstances. Yeah. Can you tell us one or two more?
Maybe 脑子坏了.
脑子坏了.
Yes.
Okay, now let's let the sound
break it down.
Yeah. 脑子坏了. The tones on that?
脑子, 脑, third tone. 子, neutral tone. 坏, fourth, 了, neutral. So altogether, 脑子坏了.
Now, I happen to know that 脑子 means brain,
yes.
right? 脑子 means brain, and 坏了is used when something breaks down.
Yeah.
Right,
so in this case, your brain has broke down.
Your brain has broken down. 你脑子坏了, 对吗? I don't mean you, Jenny. I just mean I'm practicing right now. 脑子坏了. Your brain is broken down.
Yes.
Oh, very interesting. Any more? What's the most common way to describe someone who, let's say, who's not too clever?
傻帽.
傻帽.
Yeah.
Okay.
So third and fourth tone.
Third and fourth tone. 傻帽. Okay. There's no other these words, they just basically mean dumb, right?
Yes, especially 傻specifically means stupid, silly. Yeah.
Okay. And I think, though, that in my experience, that 傻帽 is, you're more likely to hear that in northern China than in the south.
Yeah.
Around Shanghai or in the south, certainly in Taiwan also, there's another expression. What is that one?
白痴.
白痴.
Yes.
So the tones again?
Second and first.
Second and first.
Yeah, when you want to swear, you want to do it properly. So it's very important to
get
get your tones right.
So 白痴. And again, that means sort of an idiot.
Idiot,
An
yes.
idiot or a dumb person.
A lot of students of Chinese Pod tell us while they love to speak and listen to Mandarin, they are a bit intimidated to learn how to read and write in it because of the complexity of Chinese characters. That's why we created the 66 Characters series. Try it and see for yourself.
Very good. Now we'll go through this list again later.
Yeah, we have such a
This
wealth
is
of
fun.
vocabulary.
Let me ask you a question. Again, because culturally things are different now.
Yeah.
One of the things is, when somebody cuts a line, or you're standing in line, somebody cuts the line, and gets in front of you, it can be quite
Yeah, that's really getting on my
frustrating.
nerve.
What would you suggest saying in that situation? You want to express your anger. You've been standing there for a while, and a guy just cuts in, goes ahead of you. What might you say to him in that situation?
You must say, 你没长眼睛.
Oh, again, please.
没长眼睛.
没长眼睛.
Yes.
Now, I know that 眼睛 means eyes.
Eyes, yeah.
And 长 means to grow, essentially. So if you say 你没长眼睛, your eyes haven't grown. You have no eyes. You haven't developed any
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah, you're not seeing this cue.
Absolutely. Don't you see there's a line here? You haven't developed any eyes. So one more time, please.
没长眼睛.
没长眼睛. Useful. Now, I can think of many. Another situation would be, say you're in the restaurant and the waiter doesn't say it and you're really upset with him. Could you use the same one as well?
Yeah, of course.
You could
Yeah.
say.
Or you can even say 没长耳朵.
没长
Yeah,
耳朵.
耳朵 means ears.
You don't have any
so,
ears.
Yeah, if the waiter ignores you and
没长
doesn't
眼
take
睛.
your order.
Interesting. Now, I know there's another one. If you're really upset and you really want to upset a guy, you could make comments about his wife.
Yeah.
And that will really heat things up.
So be very careful with this one.
Okay.
But we'll teach you anyway.
Okay.
戴绿帽子. So can you figure out the meaning?
戴绿帽子, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, 帽子 means hat.
A hat,
Right?
yeah.
Hat. 绿色的绿, right? Meaning 绿. So that's green hat.
Yeah.
So in this case, 戴帽子 means to wear a hat. Okay.
Yes.
So essentially we're talking about wear a green hat. Could you give us that one more time?
戴绿帽子.
Okay, now the literal meaning, of course, is to wear a green hat. But the figurative meaning is that... What is it exactly?
Your wife is having an affair.
Oh, your wife's having an affair. You've been cuckolded.
Yes.
So how would you say that in a sentence then?
你老婆给你戴绿帽子.
你老婆给你戴绿帽子. Your wife just put a green hat on your head.
Yes.
You may not know about this, but your wife just put a green hat on your head. Oh, one more time, please.
你老婆给你戴绿帽子. Yeah, that to a guy, this is the ultimate insult.
It is kind of insulting, isn't it? Your wife's having an affair. Oh dear, your wife's wearing the green hat. Another one you sometimes hear is to call somebody a cream cake. 奶油,
Or creamy,
call someone
奶油,
creamy.
yes.
你很奶油, meaning you're very kind of creamy. 奶油.
You're a big sissy.
You're a big sissy. So tell us about this 奶油. What does that actually mean?
Means cream.
It means cream.
My favorite thing in the
奶
world.
as in milk.
Milk, yes.
Okay. 油 as in
Oil.
So again, creamy is
奶油.
so cream or creamy. Now, if you tell a guy, if you say 你很奶油,
You're very
creamy
creamy,
and
yeah.
milky. What does that
You're
mean?
implying, you're a girly man.
Or as Arnold Schwarzenegger, your friend might say, girly boys.
Yeah, that's what he called the Democrats, I believe. 奶油 Democrats, probably. Let's not get into
Be
that.
careful what you say here. But then you use the full expression as in cream cake. They say that too, right?
Yes, and that is 奶油蛋糕. 蛋糕 means cake.
And 奶油 meaning cream.
Cream.
奶 meaning milk. Oil, so cream, cake. Lots of useful expressions here today on Chinese Pod. Maybe we could go through the list of those again one more time.
Oh, you'd love that.
Oh, I do. I like when you say these things.
Okay, so take your pick, Ken.
Okay. The first one, you tell somebody you're out of your mind.
神经病. 神经病.
Okay. Now, your brain's not working properly.
脑子坏了，脑子坏了。
Now, a dumb or a stupid person.
傻帽，
So that's the adjective is.
傻帽。
Okay. But we said that in the South, the
Yeah.
equivalent of 傻帽 is more common, and it's
白痴，白痴。
now the guy skips the line. He cuts into the line when you're standing there. What do you say to him? Didn't you see us standing here? You might say
没长眼睛，没长眼睛。
now the insult about you've been cuckolded, your wife's having an affair.
戴绿帽子，戴绿帽子。
And the last one, a creamy, somebody with maybe soft,
Feminine.
effeminate maybe.
Man.
Okay.
奶油，奶油。
Now, let me ask you just one question before we go. Is it a bad idea to wear a green hat for a man, especially in China?
Oh, yes,
Really?
certainly.
I mean, say like a baseball cap or something that was green, it's not a good idea.
Not a good idea.
Not a good idea. And I'm Irish.
And
I won't wear my green leprechaun hat. I got to be really careful about that. No, certainly not. Eric, take off that green hat over there. Okay.
Finally taught you something useful.
Excellent. Well, it seems that's it for today. We hope you learned some useful phrases to deal with that culture shock, and you need to stand up for yourself.
To get
and put
your
people into
inner
perspective.
frustration out.
Absolutely. And of course, you'll hear these expressions on the street here. If you need to go and drill down, you can go to ChinesePod.com. You can get the transcripts. You can even get exercises in there on how to use these things. But I do believe, Jenny, it's time for us to say from Chinese Pod, 再见.
As usual, ChinesePod provides an extensive selection of learning materials for this lesson on its website, www.chinesepod.com. You can access this lesson directly with the lesson number 0055. So just go to www.chinesepod.com/0055 and you will find a transcript, vocabulary, and much more. The link again, www.chinesepod.com/0055.